cognitive load is what really stops people. And like I said, I want to get some teaching here. Cognitive load is what really stops people from doing the things they're supposed to do. Okay. Now, I have kids. I have 4 kids here. And some of them, when they're younger, as all kids do, they don't like to take a bath, right? They don't like to get into the shower for whatever reason. I was the same way when I was a kid. The issue is that taking a shower when you're used to people bathing you, when you're a baby, your mom takes care of you, they feed you, your dad does the same thing, dresses you, everybody takes care of you, they feed you, they do everything. It takes cognitive load to think about getting in the shower, showering up, washing your hair, everything else that you need to do, lotion your body, put on deodorant, brush your teeth. That's cognitive load for a child. And that's frustrating because they want to go play, which doesn't have the cognitive load because they just pick up what they want, they laugh, they smile, they do whatever it may be. The same thing with us as adults. We have this strong cognitive load when it comes to things we don't understand, which is retirement or saving for retirement. It hurts to say, I can't go have my favorite thing because I want to put a little bit aside to my retirement, or I have less coming into my check because some is going to my retirement, some is going to my IRA, or some is going to my brokerage account, or whatever it may be. That could take cognitive load, figuring out your distribution strategies, figuring out your plan. All that could be an overload. We want what they call cognitive ease, where things are secondary, where things are easy to think about. So when you got up this morning, did you think about how to tie your shoe? You probably didn't, but there's probably a 4-year-old who's sweating because he just can't get the knot right, right? He has cognitive load and doesn't like tying his shoe, but you have cognitive ease because you're so used to doing it. The same thing happens with your retirement and your retirement savings. Once you get past that cognitive load of actually doing it, of putting money away and saving, it brings you cognitive ease. And that's why people who are rich and people who are wealthy and who do save into these accounts are not even thinking about it. They're just like, oh, this is easy. I've been saving this amount of money. I do this in my 401k, whatever it may be. So you have to get to the point where you don't have the cognitive load, which you're going to have to go through no matter what you do. So it becomes easy mentally to make those decisions. See, like for me, it's easy. It's something I do every day. I've been doing it for over 10 years. It's not a problem. That's why I fully understand people who come to the channel who listen to me and go, this is hard. I understand it's hard. Everything we start is hard. And I just try to help people get through that cognitive load so they can get to the cognitive ease. But I'm trying to speak to them from the other side and says, hey, it's better on this side.
Especially soon, because you sit down with your financial planner 25 years ago, you have a target that you're looking towards, but that has drastically changed. So are they thinking they're just going to have to keep working?
Unfortunately, delayed retirement is what we're seeing. We're seeing people in the older generation either staying in their job long term.
Wait. I need to rewind that because how dare she say she sat down with a financial planner 25 years ago and now it's not going to work. Hold on one second. Like, why'd you stop?
Unfortunately, delayed retirement is what we're seeing.
Is that it? Let's see.
Oh, not even. So what does this mean for people who are looking to retire, especially soon, because you sit down with your financial planner 25 years ago, you have a target that you're looking towards, but that has drastically changed. So are they?
Okay, that's my point there. Perfect. So you sat down with your financial planner 25 years ago, but you didn't sit with them 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 25 years ago. So that puts you at 40. That puts you at 40 years old. So that means you're 40 years old and you didn't think to do anything till you're 65, or let's say you're even younger than that, you're 35, 30. So you had the knowledge or the understanding to get a financial advisor, or the wisdom to get a financial advisor around 25 or 30, but you didn't have the wisdom to speak to a financial advisor 5 years or 10 years, because life events have occurred during that time. We all go through life events, and there's tons of them that have been identified: marriage, divorce, change of jobs, changing homes, all kinds of things. There's all these life events: life, death, birth, deaths, all those things. All that occurs that changes your financial plan and how you do things, right? When you have kids, your income is going to change. When you someone passes away, then insurance money comes in, and vice versa. Those things need to be addressed and they need to be planned for because they are going to change your plan. So for her to say they spoke with a financial advisor 25 years ago and then they just haven't done so far, that's a red flag for me, because that means either you tried to cut corners and say, I'm just going to pay for a financial advisor. I'm just going to pay for a one-time, get a one-time plan, and that's all I need. That's not how that works. Now you can, like if you're a DIYer and you just kind of need some comprehensive ideas, like, hey, I just need a one-time plan, get me on my right direction, and then I'll come see you in 5 or 6 years once I save up the money I need for my emergency fund. I start contributing to my 401k and, that kind of thing. Get some stability. That's fine. You may not need to hire a financial advisor year in and year out. But when you start approaching retirement, right, you're 5 years out. You're talking about 401k retirement withdrawals. You're talking about Social Security. You're talking about Medicare. You're talking about all these moving parts. You're going to slow up the stream of income from your job. You need a financial advisor almost year over year, because you don't have the grace of having an income come in if you make a mistake. If you make a bad investment when you're 30, you have another 35 years to kind of correct that before you have to retire. But if you're 5 years out and you make a mistake or there's a market correction, you don't have another 30 years to do that, right? Put it this way. The big crash of 2000 happened 25 years ago, right? So not only what happened in 2000, but what happened in 2008, that was like another 18 years ago. So those things don't really affect you now, right? So nobody's thinking about the stock market crashes back then, because we've all kind of moved on. We've had more income. We've made some changes, things of that nature. So the same thing applies. You need a financial advisor to guide you through as you land into retirement. Financial plans are living, breathing documents. They're not this big binder that you sit on top of your library to tell your friends, I have my financial plan and I know everything. No, they're living. It may be a snapshot of where you're at, but it's not your whole financial plan.